So what I was saying is that you as a trainer, you as a coach, you as a spiritual teacher, whatever you want, how you classify yourself, you are also you've been deceived as well. All those informations that you held for dearly and absolute true. I don't know whether you heard absolute true, but for truth, for now, at least for now. They were meant to deceive you so that in order you deceive the others, so it's a reaction chain. You sow one seed and then the whole plant, out of this one seed, it grows a whole big plant with a lot of thousands of seeds. When there's thousands of seeds, when the wind blows it somewhere else, they grow it somewhere else and so on. And at the end of the day, at the end of the time, you have this one seed, one plant came from one seed, millions of them around the world. That's how the archons work. That's how the devil and the darkness kingdom work. They don't need to do the dirty work for you. They just sow the seed and continue to nourish it now and then when they see that, oh, it is dying. Just nourish it a little bit. But the spreading of this seed and this tree, whatever, these informations, it is left up to you. So sit down and examine your belief systems once again. Sit down and examine, where does it come from, really? Does your heart really resonate with it? Or does your heart, your brain, and your spiritual ego resonate with it? You know, we mistaken very fast our spiritual ego for the voice of our heart. Very fast. Once again, yet again, that is the design of the archons. That's how they design to keep you trapped, to keep you small, to keep you asleep, to keep you divided from the divine, although you are never divided, but you perceive yourself as divided from the divine. But the divine is never away from you. It is within you, just waiting for you to wake up to yourself and to wake up out of that illusion. It's not easy. It's not easy. I've went through this journey myself. It's not easy to wake up to that illusion, especially if there is somebody who is tracking you down. It's like there's a system tracking those who are awake down so that they can put them back to sleep immediately. And when you are not careful and vigilant and determined, that means that invested in your spiritual practices, your routine, your contemplations, your meditations, your prayers, your worship, whatever, you will be dragged very fast back into sleep, in the slumber, or even worse, you will just be kept between there, lukewarm, neither hot, neither cold. This is what Jesus said, neither warm, neither hot, neither cold, lukewarm, unfit for God's kingdom. Do you see yourself fit for God's kingdom? When you cannot even sit down and say, I connect and send my heart spark, my love to the divine source, the ultimate, the absolute. Rather, you send it to the sun. Beautiful souls, it is time for us to re-examine our spirituality, what we have learned so far, what we have gathered so far in the New Age spirituality, because the New Age spirituality is the most dangerous religion out there. Why do I say so? It is most dangerous because it is termed as freedom. And we all want one thing, freedom, liberation from oppression. Oppression through doctrines. Do this, don't do this, you are this because you are a sinner, if you do this, We want all freedom from those stuff. That's why we flee from the mainstream religion and enter the devil's religion, for that matter. Though we think that it is freedom, it's just another deep pit hole designed to keep you trapped there. For it is so deep that you cannot even get out of it. You hardly, barely get out of that deep pit on your own strength. Without help, somebody who really genuinely care for you and just open your eyes and say, hey, listen, look. But because you are convinced you have found the ultimate truth. Every new ager who is now not doubting and with 1 foot out, 1 foot in, who are with both feet in there, is convinced that is the ultimate truth. There is nothing else you can tell me. Everything you can tell me, you need to evolve. You need to grow. If you want to tell me that this is not spirituality, that is not deep spirituality, that is the ultimate spirituality, my friend. This is what they will be telling you, right? But hey, listen. Don't worry. I'm just here to tap you on your shoulder, show you the traps, show you the games of the archons, the devils, the darkness kingdom, and show you their playground, and show you their dolls that they're playing with, namely you. The playground being the New Age religion. Religion is a whole, but especially the New Age. For the advanced dolls, there are different kind of categories of dolls. There are dolls who speak and there are dolls who doesn't speak. All right? So for the dolls who speaks, that means that the doll who thinks, I am awake, I know better, I have my rights, I know my rights, I know this, I know this. You cannot tell me that I'm a sinner. There's nothing like a sin. It's just all good and bad choice. That's it. Poor and good choice. That's it. But nothing like a sin. So you cannot. You have nothing to tell me, right? So we don't go there. I know that for me, I'm not fond of the word sin. I'm not fond of the word mercy. Those are words that Christians use. Favor, I'm not fond of those words because that diminish your value as a divine spark to a lesser being who deserve favor, who deserve mercy because you're a sinner. That's not true. You are not a sinner. You don't deserve mercy. You don't deserve favor. You own it, if at all. For this journey is your soul journey, laid out by you in the other realm, in the spirit realm, and being guided by the ultimate bigger you in the unmanifested one. So everything that you encounter, every experience that you make, it is being directed. You are directed whether you feel it or you don't feel it, whether you know it or you don't know it, whether you doubt it or you don't doubt it. You are directed everywhere you are. Even now, when you come across this video, you have been directed to this video. There is no accident in your life. It's all planned and it's all well. When you are there where you're not supposed to be, you will be directed somewhere else. If there is a catastrophe hitting there and it is not part of your destination, you will be taken out of there in few minutes afterwards. Catastrophe hits and strike and then you say, oh my goodness, just barely survived. Just came out and 2 minutes afterwards it hit. 2 minutes delay, I would have been dead. No, it is not your destination. You are being guided. So my friend, there is nothing like a sin that you need mercy for, that you need to be forgiven for. You don't need to be forgiven nothing. You just need to recognize and realize your own path and what you're experiencing, and to learn from what you are learning, from what you're experiencing, and to grow out of those experiences that you don't want to experience anymore, or that you don't want to see somebody else experiencing it, because of your compassion, because of your love, because of the light that you are, because of the vibration you are carrying, the vibration of unity, oneness. Until then, you are just learning and experiencing how to climb that rock in order to sit on the top of the mountain. And there is no sin along the way. As you are climbing that mountain and that rock by rock, step by step, there is no, and when you slipped a little bit and and you hold yourself and you grab, there is nothing like a sin. And this is your life. This is life. This is how life looks like. There is no sin. It's just poor choices. And also those poor choices made by choice, made by divine guidance, for you needed to experience that in order to learn and derive something from that experience, so that you grow and evolve from where you are. And look back to that experience and say, I don't feel it anymore. I will not do it anymore. That's evolution. That is that you have evolved. The soul that has evolved. Beautiful souls, we are not to worship the sun like the gods of all times, the empire of all times, worshiping the sun and forcing people who are Christians and who are believers to worship the sun, or otherwise. How many people did die because they didn't want to worship the sun? Why do you have to worship the sun now? Because basically when you say that activate your heart strala and send it to the sun, you're basically activating the worshiping the sun, leaving God aside. There's no room for God for you, only the sun.